Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Friday, August 30th, 2024. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief presented by Annapolis Subaru and the SPCA of Anne Arundel County. And just like that, August is done. And remember, it is a long weekend and we will not be releasing a DNB on Monday, so you want to be sure to sign up for that daily news recap email. Beyond that, we're going to see you in September. But before that, we do have some news, so we better get into it, shall we? Now, here's a case of someone not fully thinking this situation all the way through. At approximately 1:30 p.m. on August 28th, the Annapolis Police Department responded to a call regarding an assault at Lido Pizza on South Cherry Grove Avenue. Upon arrival, the female victim reported that her ex-boyfriend had assaulted her and forcibly taken her phone. The male suspect was apprehended nearby and arrested, and the female victim was also arrested because she was found to have an outstanding warrant. Both individuals were taken to the Jennifer Road Detention Center. Anne Arundel County Executive Stuart Pittman has endorsed Jared Littmann for Mayor of Annapolis, despite the election being more than 14 months away. Pittman praised Littmann's experience, including his roles as alderman, businessman, and member of the Annapolis and Anne Arundel Resilience Authority. Littmann is currently the only declared candidate for the mayoral race, having launched his campaign earlier this year. And I really hope that this whole Pittman-Littmann thing doesn't go on forever, because that's really difficult to say. The Annapolis Police Department is going to be introducing its new Hero campaign patrol car on Saturday at 9 a.m. at T-Court at the Naval Academy Yard, just outside of Bancroft Hall. The unveiling will precede the Navy's season-opening football game against Bucknell, and the Hero car is wrapped with a message promoting designated drivers. It will lead the Brigade of Midshipmen to the Navy Marine Corps Memorial Stadium. Now, this cruiser is the first of its kind in Maryland and the 27th nationwide, dedicated in honor of Ensign John Elliott, a 2000 graduate of the Naval Academy who was killed by a drunk driver. The 2025 Bay Bridge Boat Show, now this is the Spring Boat Show, will take place from April 11th to the 13th at Safe Harbor Narrows Point in Graysonville under a new name, the Bay Bridge Boat Show at Safe Harbor Narrows Point. This new location is going to allow the show to expand while offering improved parking options. Visitors will also have access to 10 nearby restaurants, all connected by the Cross Island Trail. Tickets for that show are available now, but first we've got to get through the October shows here in Annapolis. All right, happy Labor Day weekend. If you are staying in town, there are plenty of events to enjoy. Navy football kicks off their season against Bucknell at noon tomorrow, with tickets still available at navysports.com. The Annapolis Symphony Orchestra will present a free Pops in the Park concert at Downs Park on Saturday at 11:30 a.m. You want to bring your food, your drinks, your blankets, and chairs for a fun time. For the kids, a free screening of Jurassic Park will take place at 2 p.m. at the library on West Street here in Annapolis. That's tomorrow. And also tomorrow evening, West Street will host Dinner Under the Stars with excellent weather expected. On Sunday, the first Sunday Arts Festival is going to be held on West and Calvert Streets from about 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. And later, the ASO is going to perform another free Pops in the Park concert, this time at Quiet Waters Park beginning at 5:30 p.m. Same drill. Bring your food, your drinks, your chairs, or your blankets and help celebrate their 60th season. Finally, on Monday, just relax. Enjoy Labor Day, whether it's with a cookout, a picnic, just doing nothing, maybe a day out on the bay. But relax. You want to be sure to catch our local business spotlight on Saturday at noon. This week we do chat with Monarch Wellness, which is a completely different PT practice than you are expecting. And today on Canines and Crosstreks, we meet Rufus, a very cool Chihuahua mix. You want to listen to our spot now and then check out eyeonannapolis.net at noon for some irresistible photos, and you can get all the information on how you can adopt them. And again, do not forget that we have that daily newsletter that features all the top local news stories of the day. We send it out to your email inbox at 7 p.m. every night. Yes, 366 days this year, all without a paywall. It's perfect for keeping up with the weekend's news since we don't release a DNB on Saturday, Sunday, or Monday this week. Here's a link right here in the show notes for you. All right, that's it. Now it's time just to say thank you for listening and putting up with us every day. I do hope that we add some value to your world, and if we do, please leave a review somewhere or tell a friend to give us a listen. We also want to thank our sponsors, Annapolis Subaru, the SPCA of Anne Arundel County, Solar Energy Services, Hospice of the Chesapeake, and the Annapolis Songwriters Festival. It's Friday, the long weekend is here, and now it is time just to have a great weekend, be nice to others, do something fun, and keep shopping local. Now hang tight because DCMDVA Weather is here with the only locally forecasted weather report you need. And we are going to be sliding in the Makerspace Maker Minutes because I screwed it up yesterday as well. And then, of course, Canines and Crosstreks. All that's coming your way in just a minute.
It's a nap time Saturday night.
Get ready for the 2024 Annapolis Songwriters Festival, happening September 12th through the 15th. This year, they're bringing 4 days of incredible music with over 100 shows across 15-plus venues in downtown Annapolis. Don't miss headliners like Citizen Cope, J.J. Gray and Mofro, and Lee Brice, along with many more amazing artists. Tickets are on sale now at AnnapolisSongwritersFestival.com. There are hundreds of hours of free showcases. Don't miss an unforgettable weekend of music, stories, and fun in the heart of Annapolis. Tickets are on sale now at AnnapolisSongwritersFestival.com. When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Friday, August 30th. Small chance of some showers today through Sunday for the Annapolis region, but overall, it should be a pretty good stretch of weather to be followed by several days of amazing weather starting Labor Day Monday. Look for highs today in the mid-70s to lower 80s with a minimal threat of some rain, with the weekend then bringing mid to upper 80s Saturday and upper 80s to maybe lower 90s in a few spots on Sunday with more slightly unsettled skies both days this weekend. But then it will be sunny and super comfortable pretty much all of next week, with daily highs in the upper 70s to lower 80s across the entire DMV region of DC, Maryland, and Northern Virginia. So make your plans now to get out and about all of next week, and maybe even take the long holiday weekend a step further with a couple of extra days off as we close out meteorological summer tomorrow and kick off meteorological fall on Sunday, September 1st. Okay, that's it for today and this week. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day and long holiday weekend out there, and we'll be back Tuesday with the next daily news brief forecast. So stay healthy and be safe wherever you go and whatever you do, and be sure to follow DCMDVA Weather on Facebook and X each day for updates, along with the website at dcmdvaweather.info, so you can always stay weather informed.
Coping with advanced illness can be overwhelming, and determining the best options for a loved one isn't always so easy. But here at Hospice of the Chesapeake, your hometown hospice, we want you to know you do have a choice. You can choose exactly who provides the care and the type of care you receive, and it's your decision when and where your loved one receives that care. We have served our community, family, and friends for over 40 years. We are there when you need us. Learn how we can help at hospicechesapeake.org.
Every week, makers, crafters, and educators hold events all over the area. Highlighting some of those, here's our Maker Minutes, brought to you by Annapolis Makerspace.
Hey, this is Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes. At Chesapeake Light Craft in Annapolis, registration is open for their classes coming up in September, including ones making scary day sailors, lapstrake dinghies, teardrop campers, and more. On Sunday, be sure to check out the First Sunday Arts Festival down on the first block of West Street and around the corner on Calvert, with lots of local vendors, music, and great food. At Knits and Pieces off of Bestgate Road, today they have a Granny Square pullover sweater class, making Audrey Drysdale's Harpist sweater, and registration is open for an intermediate sweater class, making a Salty Air sweater, knitting socks 2 at a time, Socks 101, basic sweater knitting, Crochet 201, a beginner hat class, comprehensive learn to knit class, knitting on tiny needles, and a comprehensive learn to crochet class, coming up in September and October. At London Town Gardens down in Edgewater, tonight they have a flower arrangement workshop and a happy hour. And on Saturday and Sunday, they have tallow making demonstrations. At Local by Design, on Wednesday, they have a sunflower plant stake class, making a sunflower out of glass. And registration is open for a Fuse Glass Four Seasons display workshop. At Art Farm in Annapolis, the Fall Kids Art Camp sessions are here. Sessions include camps for nature art, poetry, fashion design, podcasting, and lots more. Starting up next week, on Tuesday, there's a hand-drawn comic camp for ages 11 through 15, as well as a pencil, charcoal, ink, and watercolor class for ages 9 through 11. And then on Wednesday, there's a mixed media art school for ages 9 through 11. And registration is open for some adult classes as well, including workshops dealing with watercolor, mixed media, batik, building a gnome garden, and more botanical drawing. And their monthly Creative Circle meetup is coming up on September 5th at the Anne Arundel County Public Library System this week. Today, Odenton has a paint night. Saturday, Crofton has Ask a Master Gardener. Tuesday, Glen Burnie has Little Artist Process Art. And on Wednesday, Edgewater has Skeins and Stitches. Severn has Parachute Science for Kids. And Serona Park has a Lego Challenge. And at Unallocated Space in Severn, tonight they have a virtual happy hour. Tomorrow they have a DEF CON 443 cybersecurity meetup. Saturday, they're hosting Charm City Lego User Group with their August meeting. Monday is their weekly project night, and Wednesday is their weekly open house. If you have any questions about the Annapolis Makerspace, the Maker Minutes, or any of these events, feel free to contact me at trevor@makeannapolis.org. And you can find links to all of these events at the Annapolis Makerspace website, also at makeannapolis.org. Whether you're making art, software, sawdust, or just a mess, chances are you're already a maker. This has been Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes.
That can only mean one thing. We're headed to the SPCA of Anne Arundel County with Annapolis Subaru to play with the pups for this week's Canines and Crosstreks. Sponsored by Annapolis Subaru. Higher standards.
Kelly, what is it with the white dogs? Are we back in that? Is it little white dog season again?
It's back, yes. And today we have Rufus, who's white.
He has a much better haircut than the pup we had, Mello, last week.
Well, that's because he comes with his haircut. We did not give him this haircut because he's a short coat mixed Chihuahua, and he's super sweet also.
I want to know the percentage of white dogs that we've had on the show.
Is,
I mean, this year
maybe
alone
that's the next
is
week.
like
We'll figure that out.
Ridiculous.
Isn't that so funny?
It's weird.
I don't know. I don't know if it's just the ones
weird.
that you're.
They're all mostly white fluffies too.
I feel like Kelly's just like every time she's like just running a little bit late. She's like, "Oh, I have all the little white fluffy dogs in my office, so I'm just gonna bring one of them, and we're gonna do that one on the show." Like, I feel like that is what's happening here. I really do think that it might be a Kelly thing.
It's because all the littles are in my building now,
Yeah.
so I go and I visit them, I walk them and stuff. But they are white and fluffy, most of them.
Okay.
Rufus is kind of a cool little pup.
Yes, Rufus is super sweet and loves to walk. Small.
How long has he been here?
Long. He has been with us 2 weeks, so it hasn't been that long.
Too
but
long.
He needs to get there. Yeah.
Yeah. A day is too long.
But he is dog friendly. As far as we know, he's kid friendly. So he would be a great dog, for a family or just someone who wants to walk and loves to walk.
Stuff like that. Just make sure you get them out and walk, and you don't want to keep them in a crate like the dog, Mello was last week.
Mello was.
We do need to talk about the puppy plunge. That was an amazing
It was
day.
a blast. It was so great. And we thank everybody for coming out and joining us.
I can't
Hopefully they had
believe you
fun.
got in the water with all those dogs, Kelly.
I
Like
can't
you
believe
were
it
out there
either.
with the GoPro on, splashing around.
Yeah, that was me.
And just like having
That
the best
was
time.
me.
I don't know who had a better time, you or the dog.
Yeah, that was me.
we never put for the record, we never put a GoPro on Kelly's head, but it's on the agenda for next year.
Yeah, I thought you did.
But I am still working on the video, and if you can be patient, the video will be amazing.
I can't wait to see it. It's going to be great.
I've seen seen it, but I just need to edit it all up and figure it out and everything else. So
It's going to be good.
it absolutely would. Well, we got to
Yes.
up our game next year.
Yeah, maybe 2.
Yeah.
Maybe Billy. Next year,
Well,
it'll be on you, Billy.
Maybe.
Well, the harness thing had one for on their back and one on their chest.
Yeah, that's what's
So you might be able to get 2
Oh, yeah.
angles on that.
There you
and,
go.
It'll be interesting to see how that goes, but always a fun event.
It'd be fun if a cat would wear that too.
I want to see one on a dog in the pie eating contest.
Oh.
Ooh, we could possibly do that.
Yeah.
That we could do
Did
that.
you do that?
No.
No,
We didn't do it this year.
We didn't, but we
Mhm.
could. Could always have a pie eating contest for like Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
right?
That'd
I
be
like
good. That's okay. I'm writing that down. This is thoughts
For lights and leashes,
Oh, yes.
which is coming
Let's-
up, Billy.
That is coming up.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah, okay. Now I had an idea. I was thinking over the weekend. Okay, Lights and Leashes is November 22nd and 23rd,
That's
which is
correct.
the Friday and Saturday,
Mhm.
and then Lights on the Bay opens up on
That's Sunday.
that Sunday, the
Mhm.
24th, and it goes through January 1st
Correct.
nightly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Every night.
Now, here's a thought. And Subaru is one of the major sponsors of it, right?
Yes, we are.
Why don't you have a Subaru night?
Well, we do. We have a Subaru
No, you have to have a Subaru
night.
to get in.
Or you have to have a Subaru to get in?
Only
That
Subarus
would
are
be
allowed.
fun.
Oh, man. But that, yeah, I mean, I like the idea of that. Like, it sounds really good. But I also feel like, what if that's the night where, like, somebody that doesn't drive a Subaru, it's the only night they can take their kids? Or, like,
And they have a Ford.
And
They
they
can't
have a-
come
yeah.
in and the kids are crying.
I guess we could have somebody out front and be like, listen, if you want to get in, you just got to trade this bad boy in real quick.
You
Get
gotta
into a
have it.
Subaru.
Go
and
to
then
the dealership
you know
real
what- you
fast
know-
and
you
come
know
back.
what you do?
test drives through there.
Have a couple cars out there. You put them in. They get a 2.5 mile test drive at night.
I like where your head's at, John.
Yeah.
You get set a camera up at the end, so it looks like a little Subaru parade
So
coming
your
out of the.
sponsor night, you could just make it that you have to have a Subaru. Maybe like the first hour could be all Subarus.
I don't know. We'll have to ask Michelle.
Michelle will come up with
Michelle
something good.
Michelle will tell us why
That's
we
right.
can't do it.
That's right. That's right. Why can't we do it?
Like, oh, okay, fine.
But and I just wrote when I was doing my notes for this, I just wrote down that goes through January 1st of 2025, and that's the first
Yeah,
time
that's
I've ever
scary.
written 2025. And I'm like,
That's
Holy
pretty
mackerel.
scary. How'd that happen, right?
I can't
Yeah.
believe that's going.
Here
that
we
far.
are. Here we are. Well, we're not there yet, but we will be.
But we're talking about it.
We're gonna
'Cause it's that-
blink and it's gonna be there.
That's it. It's just a few months.
Pretty darn close. I was Road and Track, one of those car magazines. Billy was talking about the best towing compact SUVs, and they said that the Crosstrek.
3,500 pounds.
Listen, they said there's the Crosstrek, and then there's the rest.
Nice.
And it did say, as Kelly just mentioned, the Subaru Crosstrek has a towing capacity of 3,500 pounds, which means nothing to me. I mean, I'm a bad judge.
I just
of
know
what
it can.
3,500
I just
pounds.
haven't done it.
If I wanted to.
If I wanted to, I can.
That's right. It will hold approximately 50 bags of mulch. We did learn that,
a
but
lot of mulch.
but I mean, the other ones actually, I didn't even know some of these models, but I mean, the rest were like the Jeep Compass only tows 2,000 pounds, Jeep Renegade, the EcoSport, the Hornet, and the Trailblazer. Trailblazer only holds 1,000 pounds. So I mean, it's like,
Wow, really?
I mean, that barely holds. I'm not going to go there.
Yeah.
You know, that barely holds a keg of beer
So-
and two guys going to a tailgate.
There you go, right? So does Teresa pull anything on her Crosstrek?
No, there's no trailer hitch on it or anything like that. I mean, no, she doesn't have a trailer or anything like that. But I mean, it's nice to know that you could bring it back here to Annapolis Subaru. They could or wire it up and bolt it up with a trailer hitch.
Yep.
Is that all it is, Billy? Just get a trailer hitch on there and I'm good to go.
Yeah, we can sell trailer hitches. Yep.
I mean, she is considering maybe getting the bike rack thing.
Oh,
on the trailer hitch bike rack.
That's what a lot of people end up doing is that they end up getting the trailer hitch just for the bike rack because they don't feel like putting it up on the on the top,
on the roof, or even if you can put it on the back on a rack that like sort of straps on and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's not as sturdy.
Well, it's a little bit of a hassle too because you can't open up the back and get into it.
Yeah,
that's it.
So that makes sense. So I think she may be thinking about doing that.
Nice.
But I thought that was pretty impressive with 3,500 pounds and how far it outpaced everybody. And like I say, Road and Track saying, well, and then there's the rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you could tow like a 16 to 20 foot boat.
Wow. 3,500?
I'm just doing some Googling over here to see what's 3,500
What
or
else
less.
can I pull?
It's quite a few
Horse
dogs.
trailer?
Yeah. Horse trailer might be tough.
Okay.
It might be a little big.
Horses are like
track.
3,000 pounds
Yeah,
themselves.
horses are heavy.
So the trailer can't be any more than 500.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd want it to have wheels. You know what I wanted to follow up with about that last week is like, so you're saying there's all these breeders and people are doing their backyards. Like, what sort of regulations are there with dog breeding? Like, do you have to have certain like permits or licenses or what?
All those things are used to be well, they still exist, but yes, and you're supposed to have a kennel license if you have over a certain amount of dogs and things like that. Unfortunately, it was a pretty good. I won't say it was perfect, but it was so much better right before COVID. Because I do think there's a lot of national organizations and obviously laws and things that people have passed to make sure that these things are under control. But right during COVID, everybody wanted a dog, and that's
wheels fell off.
That was it, and it's just a free for all. And we have so many people right here in the town of Annapolis that are now breeding, and we have our vaccine clinics, and I'm glad we're there for them. But they literally show up with big Rubbermaid containers with 6-7 puppies, and they're coming from apartments that they're actually renting. And they're bringing them.
You can't turn them away.
No, because we're worried about the dogs, making sure that they're vaccinated and they have, the proper vaccines for them to stay healthy and stuff. So now it really is people's income.
Yeah.
And
The only way to stop it is for people to just stop buying those dogs.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, that's it.
But I was up at Giant right here in Bay Ridge, and they had puppies for sale right there. And I was like, wow, talk about going back in time. I mean, it's been...
So you're coming in, so it's like Girl Scout cookies, donating to
there you go.
the fire department, buy a puppy.
Yeah, it was quite an eye-opening experience seeing that again. But sad. It really is, because these are all little lives,
Yeah, it's super sad.
And it's never ending.
Mm-hmm. It is.
It just keeps going, which stinks.
Yeah. And same with the cat, like obviously we're still in cat season, Billy. Kitten season. It's kitten season. It is kitten season still.
It's the year of the cat.
Same thing. I mean, we had a lot of kittens.
Year of the cat.
Oh, I love that.
In the morning from a Bogart movie.
Oh, let's listen to Rufus scratching his ears.
He's so cute.
He is cute. So but that's the thing with the cats too, though, is just they say if it's a more mild winter, then the cats are mating more and you have more kittens. But also was just we had so many people out there helping to find the stray cats and the TNR and things like that. But unfortunately, the animals really did take a lot of a beating it. So and the breeding and stuff after COVID.
That's sad. Well, your Facebook page is full of kittens.
Yeah, it really is. We've got so many kittens. Sure. Yes.
How's Paws at the Mall doing?
Paws at the Mall has been crazy busy too. And so many people are bringing in their guinea pigs and the rabbits after the summer and stuff. They're surrendering. So we have plenty of rabbits and guinea pigs. Can you surrender
at the mall?
Yes.
The small animals.
Yeah. I mean, we ask that you call the main shelter first. And then we tried, because we do have a list of rabbits and guinea pigs trying to get in to Paws at the Mall. But also, obviously, if it's an emergency or something, then we take, we don't want the animal let out like some people do. They'll just let a rabbit go. And it's, it's a pet rabbit. It's not like somebody found 3 guinea pigs in a parking garage the other day. So, yeah, I guess they just wanted, I have no idea. Can't figure that one out.
Just release you into this concrete jungle.
Yeah, because right, exactly,
cars.
And no food for a guinea pig. But
Lord.
Oh, that's so sad.
So we are busy, but it's going well. Paws is always busy.
I did love on your Facebook page the video you guys put up where you said we get tons of calls asking for if we have any purebred dogs, and the SPCA said yes, we have tons of purebred dogs. We have a mini hippo, we have a flying squirrel terrier. A purebred stick destroyer, a purebred silly goose, a purebred slobber grass roller, and a purebred English wrinkle monster, along with a purebred passenger princess, which I'm sure was in Kelly's cart on the way to Starbucks to get a cappuccino.
Right. That's right. That's it.
That was such a funny video.
Yeah, that was really cute, wasn't it?
So all dogs are purebred.
Of course
they're purebred with something.
And aren't we all mutts?
Purely bred.
And we're all mutts too.
Yeah,
that is... Well, yeah. I mean, new breeds come out, and that's a result of
there you go
inbreeding and mutts.
And
the mutts are the best dogs, though.
They are.
They really are. They've got they've got the heart of gold, and they just want to please and everything else. Yes. I know that. Give it a look. Go look at the SPCA's website and look at all the animals that are up for adoption at AACSPCA. We got tons of great animals there,
and you'll see Rufus.
Rufus is on the website too. So, and I guess that's about it, man. We don't have there's no more events coming up until we get into Lights and Leashes. Well, we've got the Jazz Fest in October, and we're going to talk about that a little bit later.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I saw it on Instagram.
Oh, yeah, and I have to clarify that it was I said the wrong thing about the fight that John is the boxing match for John Beard. It's Haymakers for Hope.
Oh, okay,
that's what it is. Yeah. So he actually just, they made a promotional video that was able to watch once and was very, very good. So if anybody wants to watch that, you'll feel very inclined to donate to John's cause, which is all going to the Almond Foundation.
And where can we find that? Is that
it's on Facebook and on Haymakers for Hope on like Instagram and
all the places there. So do you know whether they put it up on the Jazz Fest Facebook page?
It's on the Jazz Fest Facebook page as well. Yep.
Nice.
Okay.
So it should be good.
Yeah, and I recommend everybody go learn about this wonderful woman. taken way too soon.
Yep.
And the legacy lives on and on and on. And they're going to celebrate it in October with a party. But her husband is going to...
He's either going to get his butt whipped
he's
or
going to beat the crap out of somebody.
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But he's been training hard. He's been training hard. So
good.
We shall see.
Awesome.
Great mission.
Well, if you're looking to tow a vehicle or tow anything up to 3,500 pounds, Crosstreks is your answer. And that's available here at Annapolis Subaru.
Yeah.
149 Old Solomon's Island Road with AnnapolisSubaru.com and AACSBCA.org for Rufus.
Rufus.
He doesn't look like a Rufus.
He doesn't, does he?
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Is all this talk of inflation making you uneasy? Me too, especially the uncertainty. How bad will it eat into my future purchasing power? Well, don't feel helpless because solar energy can give you some financial control. By installing and owning your solar system, you can lock out electricity cost inflation by locking in your electricity price for more than 25 years. Many of our inflation-fighting clean energy systems offset 100% of the annual electricity demands. Customers frequently add electric vehicle charging and backup batteries to their solar projects, providing them inexpensive auto fuel and additional energy security for the home. Freeze energy inflation in its tracks by committing to affordable, clean solar energy. Call us today at 410-923-6090 or visit us at solarsaves.net. But don't wait another minute. Sunshine's a wasted.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.